process of how Grant and I both met and then began to write these works together. So Grant and I both went to Washington State University, had some classes together in creative writing, and we both worked at the Writing Center. And after we graduated, the economy completely collapsed. And I was hiding out in graduate school, and he was working doing welding and had been laid off and started working at a community college teaching writing. And we both would get together online in Google Drive and start writing because we just had all these stories we wanted to tell. And so we would be very organic. We'd be like, I need to write tonight. Do you need to write tonight? And so we'd be in Google Drive for like 2 hours or so, just going back and forth. We'd just be writing, fixing, changing. And I'm one of Grant's readers, and Grant is one of my readers, so he's one of the first people I'll show something to, and vice versa. So a lot of when we did a reading in Portland, a lot of people talked about how difficult it was to collaborate, how difficult it was to trust and share with your partner, and how there's always this tension. With Grant and I, it's really fluid. We have a very similar poetic aesthetic. We have how we like to write about things, how we see the world. We love the math and the science behind the language and the words and the rhythm. And so this started as a short story, and we did a series of them. We set them in a bar. It's a series that we're going to continue. We both live in Portland, and so we now meet in the Shanghai bar in the basement, and we write for a couple hours every couple of weeks to get these poems put together. And Grant hadn't had a lot of success getting published, and I was in an MFA program because that's what one does after getting a PhD and not getting a job. I'm not normal. We have decided that as a family, it's fine. And so I was in my MFA program getting more publishing luck, and so this call came out for this collaborative work, and Grant and I had these short stories that had been sitting around for a while, and we both write very poetically, and so I said, hey, Grant, you have 2 days to tell me you're not into this, but I'm going to take what we wrote in 2008, 8 years ago, and I'm going to break it into lines and make them poems, and I'm going to send them in. He's like, it won't get published. I'm like, that's fine. You have 2 days to say I can't do it. 2 days later, I'm like, sent. I'm like, too late. And so, as time passes, I get this email from Black Lawrence Press that was, congratulations, we'd like to accept Lost. And so, I may have needled him a little bit with, guess what? And he didn't believe me at first, so I had to forward the email. It was like, no, really, we're in. And it's a wonderful collection. It's wonderful to be with so many big names in the poetry world and people I admire, people I follow on Twitter. If you would like to follow my sarcasm and sark on Twitter, it is Cello and Bow, CELLOANDBOW. I also have a book for sale in the back, The Haywire Heart and Other Musings on Love. A chapter out recently by University Press of Kansas called How to Eat an Elephant, in a book called Succeeding Outside the Academy, and in spring 2019, a memoir/advice book on what to do in life after higher ed doesn't go to plan called Chasing Chickens.
Wow.
So you can Google my name and find it and buy it and be wonderful people. I work in marketing. Action right now. And here's the poem that Grant and I had accepted. It's called Lost. In the reflection of a mirrored beer sign, this bar, you snapped on a smile that smears across the silver. Rest your head against the bricks, hoping that the wall will provide the gravity and stability the beer sign takes away with convex contours. Tonight you fuck, it doesn't matter who. In this moment you are free of everything. You will lean heavily on someone's arm and kiss as if consuming them. You will exist for a moment, then come back to the shell you drag around the rest of the week. Showering will not take away the smokeless night's silvered beauty. Thank you all very much.